Alright, so you're moving to Bellevue, Washington. Well, I've comprised a list of things that you need to know so that you can familiarize yourself with your new landing spot. So we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Ray Wilkey with the Real Agent Now group right here in Seattle, Washington. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to learn everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, and what to do in Bellevue, Washington, make sure you tap that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video. Yes, we are getting so many phone calls, emails, text messages every single day, and we absolutely love it. Are you thinking about moving, relocating anywhere in Seattle? Make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the Seahawk. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to Seattle, Washington. All right, so the Bellevue videos are definitely getting a lot of traction, and I know you guys are wanting to know more and more about it. So basically, if you're going to be moving anywhere in Seattle, we've comprised these lists to help people. But I wanted to dive into Bellevue and really explain what you get in this city. What is it like to live there? What's there to eat? What's there to shop? You know, what's there to do? Where do you live? Kind of everything you need to know before making your move to Bellevue. So with that being said, let's start ahead with number one. And this is just things you need to know about Bellevue, and it is actually the biggest suburb of Seattle. It's probably the fastest growing. It's absolutely exploding. It is literally just east of downtown Seattle. So there's two bridges, I-90 and the 520, that can get you to downtown Seattle. During rush hour, those can be bottlenecked a little bit, but yes, Bellevue is an area that has over 130,000 residents, and some of the largest companies, you know, big tech companies, and lots of jobs are in this area. So when moving to Bellevue, you're going to have plenty to do. A lot of times you don't even need to jump over to the west, over to Seattle, because of the things you have to do in Bellevue. Now, a lot of that goes without saying, but the number two thing that you need to know is, what's the weather like? Well, we are in the Northwest, we are in Seattle, and what you're going to see is actually about 150 days a year of precipitation. That comes to no shock to basically anybody from the Northwest, but if you are coming from the sunny California, Florida, somewhere where it has a bunch of sunshine, or Arizona, it's going to rain a lot more than you ever have seen before. But don't let that scare you. The actual average of precipitation per year is right on par with the national average. There's just more consistent days of rain, but a day of rain is 0.01 inch of rain. So that accumulation can consist of a day of rain, and that's what we typically see here. It is so rare for just all-out downpour raining to happen. It's going to be a drizzle in the morning, drizzle in the afternoon, whatever. Some days you do just get some rain, but at the same time, that's what embarks all of our beauty. That's what grows these beautiful trees and fills these incredible lakes that you get views of. But yes, just know that when you're in Bellevue, in Seattle, it's going to rain, 150 days a year. But that also means that more than half of the year, you're going to get beautiful sunshine, those crisp fall and spring days, and summers that really just aren't beatable anywhere in the entire United States. So yes, be prepared. If you are from the Northwest or from these areas, it is going to be a little bit more rainy than you're used to if you're from the sunny areas. All right, so here's a hot topic. Number 3 on the list is, how's the food in Bellevue? Because everybody thinks, okay, I'll live in Bellevue. It's got, the really nice schools and the quiet suburbs and neighborhoods, and then I got to go to Seattle to, enjoy those eateries, enjoy all of that stuff. Well, Bellevue has done an amazing job. I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of options, all different kinds of foods that you would want. Now, the majority of it is going to be in the downtown area. So Bellevue Way, East Main, that's going to be the old Bellevue. There's actually a sign there for Old Bellevue on the kind of the south side of the park there of the big shopping mall. That's going to be your really high end, your independent shops, restaurants right there. It's so amazing. I love some of the restaurants right down there and on Bellevue Way. One of the restaurants right there on Bellevue Way is Fogo de Chao. It's a Brazilian steakhouse, incredible ratings. That is really good. If you're looking for that Italian, Carmine's, that's amazing. And literally anything in between. I'm on a huge Thai kick. There's lots of Thai restaurants. There's brick oven pizzas. There's Italian. There's Mexican food. Literally every style of food is available in Bellevue. And again, like I said, most of it's going to be catered down towards that downtown, the shopping mall, the town center down there. But you will find some in the outlining areas. The good news is, this allows you to not have to leave and go to downtown Seattle if you don't want to. But if you want to, it's really a close drive. If you're not going during rush hour, you can get there in like 15 minutes. So you do get to enjoy that. But I'm telling you, if you move to the Bellevue area, you will not be disappointed in all of the shops, restaurants, bars that are there. And like I said, that old Bellevue town, the main road there, that one's going to be really fun. You're going to see that at all times of the day, just packed up with people in there. So just to add to that, I do want to, mention that there are a lot of like tap houses and growlery houses, that kind of stuff too, or even just, breweries and stuff that are really close that you can go and take the family, go meet friends, go meet colleagues, coworkers, whatever, and go enjoy, craft brewskis, go grab a glass of wine. So there's a lot of that right around here. Lots of fun things to do, nightlife even too. All right, so what's the employment and the economy over here? Well, obviously we are booming. That's why so many people are coming here. We have some of the top tech agencies. The Overlake neighborhood just out to the northeast, in between Bellevue and Redmond, is going to be like 730,000 Microsoft campuses, it seems like. There's Nintendo up in that area as well. But yes, you have large tech companies here. And you also, in the Bell Red area, that's where all the big, hospitals and stuff are. So there's a lot of the health service jobs here as well. So yes, with all those big tech companies and stuff coming into this area or already being in the area, we're definitely seeing the median income of the household go up. All right, so what's the transportation like? What's the driving like? First of all, let's touch on the driving. So again, if you have to commute to downtown Seattle for work, you are going to take the 520, which is tolled if you're at the northern end of Bellevue. If you live more towards the southern part of Bellevue, then you probably take I-90. Most people are going to try and take I-90 because it's free, but it just depends on the morning and the traffic. If you're trying to hit rush hour, it can be kind of a pain in the butt, I'll be honest. But if you are, have the ability to work, remote, or to kind of have a flexible schedule, then literally, anytime after about 9:30, 10, the roadways really seem to clear up. We don't have as bad a traffic once you get out of those rush hours, truly. So as long as you can avoid that, it's not bad. But the good news is if you are in Bellevue, working in Bellevue, you're just a quick commute anywhere. Redmond, literally 10 minutes up to the north. Issaquah, even down to the southeast, is really close to you. So as long as you're on the east side of the lake there, you're really not going to have that bad of a drive. Now let's talk about transportation. There are buses there. It's a very biking friendly area too. You see a lot of people riding bikes. In fact, the buses even have bike carriers on the front. So when you see a bus go by, you can actually slap your bike on there and hop somewhere. But yeah, what we're going to also see here in the next few years, which is going to be huge. It's really going to open up commuting to downtown Seattle, is a light rail. It's going to go, I believe, right along the I-90 bridge, come into Bellevue, and go all the way up into Redmond. For the Nintendo companies, anybody living in Seattle can now make it over, or vice versa. So there's going to be a lot of stops throughout Bellevue and Redmond, and that is going to be big. So see that in the next few years to really open things up. I mentioned Bell Red earlier. That's Bell Red is just a big area of Bellevue that has all the health and hospitals and stuff. That area alone, I heard, is going to have 3 different stops for that light rail. So that's really going to make commuting really nice. But there are, streetcars and stuff there and buses. So if you're, like I said, if you're staying on the east side of the lake and you're working over there, you're really not going to be that bad with the commute. All right, so where do you live in Bellevue? Well, if you want literally the downtown scene, you want to be able to walk to everything and enjoy things. As soon as you get off work, you can kind of go out and just enjoy things. You're really going to want to be in the West Bellevue, downtown Bellevue area. That's where all these giant high-rises are going. There's cranes everywhere. They're really building a lot of condos. There's some already there that have been established, but there's a lot of new ones going in. So if you want that new, nice custom condo that's right down in the heart of things, that's where you're going to want to be, again, with West Bellevue. But here's the cool thing about Bellevue is you can go up to like Bridal Trails. It's just up north, a couple minutes, and that is a giant equestrian, like, you got acreage estates there. You have horse trails. You can literally hike in there all day long. There's just miles and miles and hundreds of acres of all these different, trails and systems. So you have real peaceful living. You can go actually up north to the Woodinville area is about 20 minutes away. But that's like top-notch wineries, kind of agricultural. So it's really pretty. You get away from the hustle and bustle, but it's a quick commute. So really, there's all different types of living. And then, of course, the mecca is lake living. If you want lake living, just to the east of you on Lake Sammamish, I think is some of the most gorgeous private living you can find. Great schools all throughout. All those Bellevue areas are going to be really good for schools. So you can live basically in any of those. And if you got kiddos, it's really good. We have some really family-friendly neighborhoods that are just outside of there, too. Cougar Mountain Estates, one I always talk about. That's actually got a bunch of big views, brand new construction, and you're really close to, Redmond or Bellevue, any of those areas. So there's a lot of options there, obviously, because so many people are moving there. Finding the perfect spot in Bellevue is definitely what we help you with. So make sure you reach out and we'll find that perfect spot. All right, here's another great thing about Bellevue. Now, since so many people are moving to this area and the majority of them are from out of state, the diversity in Bellevue is actually one of the largest basically all around the Washington area, because we are seeing so many different families from all over the country and out of this country move here. In fact, almost 40% of the residents are of a minority race. Now, that is really cool. When you go to these schools, like our kiddos go there, they're getting this whole mixed diversity, and it really opens up the educational systems and learning, making the teachers really adjust to these things. And that's why I think the schools are so good. They're good for everybody involved, and they have so many different options for kids, whether it's arts or different languages, whatever. Bellevue definitely has the diversity. So if you're looking for a little bit more diversity, these areas like Bellevue are very popular because so many families are moving there. So that is really a plus in the Bellevue area. All right, last but not least, what is there to do in Bellevue? Again, they really make it family friendly. They make it friendly for retirees and definitely for young professionals and singles. All groups have what they want to do there. If you want the nightlife, the shops, the restaurants, bars, it has it. If you want those real peaceful, neighborhoods, golf communities, maybe even like the kind of the retirement communities with big pools and the racquetballs, they have it all. You can have any kind of mix of neighborhood in the Bellevue area, and you don't have to go anywhere. If you like parks, hiking, all of that, there are trails and parks everywhere you look. You can literally take trails from Lake Sammamish all the way up and around over Lake Washington into downtown Seattle. That's the Burt Gilman Trail. There's a trail that literally goes from Lake Sammamish to Lake Washington. It's about 7 miles, and it goes through some like nature preserves and some muddy bogs and stuff that are really cool. You'll see a lot of nature. So very family friendly, lots of little like tap houses, breweries, wineries, top end restaurants. It literally has so much to do, and there's really, you don't have to leave Bellevue. That's what they've really done well there. But, if you are looking to move to Bellevue, or even if it's not your flavor, you want to be somewhere outside of there, that's what we do. We specialize in finding exactly why you're moving to Seattle. Why are you going to be moving there? The commute, everything, so that we make your life optimal. In order to do that, you got to reach out to us. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the Seahawk. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to Seattle, Washington.